André, tu quer isso ali? É um menino, é? É um menininho.
It's gotta be something. I just gotta move back.
A mother and her young daughter sat outside, gazing at the trees. Suddenly, the girl pointed and whispered words that froze her mother's heart. "There's someone in there." Wearing goggles. Startled, the mother filmed the treetops. When she shared the video later, some viewers claimed they could spot a faint human-like shape hidden among the leaves. Others saw nothing but shadows. What do you see? Share your thoughts and your own unsettling stories below. One evening, a Reddit user took a nighttime walk through familiar woods when a foul, overpowering stench made them stop. Curious and wary, they traced the smell to a clearing off the trail. There, they discovered something unnerving. A dead chicken lying at the center of a crudely drawn pentagram. Scattered around were strange, carefully placed objects. The ground looked freshly disturbed, as if the ritual had ended only minutes before. To this day, what was truly going on in those woods remains a chilling mystery. At a party on the edge of a small Mexican town, Jennifer and her friend decided to test a chilling local legend. The ghostly woman in white said to wander the roads at night, softly weeping. As the night wore on, they noticed nearby dogs growing restless, barking at something unseen in the darkness.
Plebes, acabó la función. Andan los perros ladre y ladre acá afuera porque dicen que después de las 12 se aparece una señora que no sé qué, de blanco, que fue cadenas. Pero nosotros ahorita vimos a los perros y empezamos a oír ruidos. Y aquí andamos grabando. Ay, no, ese es un perro. No, yo no me quiero ir más lejos, me da miedo.
At first, they laughed it off, teasing each other about the tale. But then Jennifer realized the dogs weren't barking randomly. They were staring fixedly into the night, and that's when they saw her.
Mira, 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 mira. No mames. No.
A pale figure in a flowing white dress stood perfectly still under the moonlight, while somewhere close, a faint sobbing could be heard. Could it really have been her? Driving home late at night, along a narrow dirt road, two people noticed something strange by the tree line. A small child standing utterly alone. Worried, they slowed down, but before they could react, the figure darted into the dense woods and vanished. Shaken, they pulled over, debating whether to follow, but the crying they thought they'd heard had stopped, replaced by a heavy, uneasy silence.
André, tu quer isso ali? É um menino, é? É um menininho, Drayton. Olha, Drayton, tá gritando. Misericórdia.
Fear finally won out, and they drove away, haunted by the image of that lonely figure disappearing into the darkness. Even now, they question whether they made the right choice. In 2022, a team of paranormal investigators ventured deep into the forest.
Looks like a satanic cult spot, honestly. Why is this made? Like, who? It's just like stuck on.
In a quiet clearing, they stumbled onto something that made their blood run cold. At the center of a charred fire ring, surrounded by carefully arranged sticks, sat a single porcelain doll,
No way.
completely untouched by the flames. Its placement seemed intentional, as though whoever performed the ritual had left moments earlier. Some believed it was part of a voodoo-inspired ceremony, for summoning, protection, or perhaps a darker purpose. But one thing was clear: it wasn't meant to be discovered. A group of friends planned to spend the night camping in a forest near Manaus. But as they set up their hammocks, strange noises began echoing from deep within the trees, uncomfortably close.
Essa arrumando aqui, ó. Vai embora. Ó, escuta aí, ó. Pertinho, tá longe não. Posso ir embora, pai? Posso ir embora aqui. O negócio tá feio aqui pra aqui, ó. Ó a canoa lá embaixo, lá a canoa lá, ó. Tu é doido? Olha. Deus me livre. Bora, compadre. Tá no baixão mesmo, ó. Bora. Já tá rede aqui pra nós ir varar, ó. Ninguém vai dormir aqui não, é doido? Não vai dormir aqui não, de jeito nenhum.
They stood frozen, straining to identify the source, but the sounds were like nothing human, and certainly nothing friendly. Fear quickly took over. Without waiting to see what was out there, they packed up and left. Online, some guessed it could have been a howler monkey or a jaguar lurking nearby, but others whispered it might have been something older, stranger, something best left unseen. Either way, leaving might have saved them from something they didn't want to meet. A group of hikers were deep in the forest when an icy feeling crept over them. The unshakable sense of being watched. One of them raised a flashlight and swept it through the trees. That's when they saw her. A pale figure in a flowing white dress stood perfectly still among the branches. Her face seemed off, unsettling, almost not human. She didn't move or blink, only stared back at them in eerie silence. Hearts pounding, they backed away, slowly, too afraid to turn their backs. None dared to look back, and none can say with certainty what they really saw in that dark, silent forest. Sydney, a solo travel vlogger living out of her SUV, drove deep into the remote Missouri backwoods, undeterred by the looming storm. What began as a serene escape quickly shifted as dark clouds gathered overhead.
This all just looks really spooky. Okay, so basically the issue is that I was supposed to turn down that road down there, and there's a giant tree in front of it, and it looks really creepy and unkept. It's supposed to storm. I'm basically in a hurricane. I'm in like hurricane weather right now, and I have a feeling that if I stay this far deep in the woods, a bunch of branches are gonna fall and block me when I want to leave tomorrow. So I think I might just camp at the fire tower.
She parked near a lonely fire tower to camp for the night, but an unsettling sense of being watched settled in. The silence felt too complete, almost suffocating.
Well, this is only a tad creepy. I feel like I'm attracting all the bears. I'm actually really scared of the whole bear thing right now. I don't know what I was thinking. This was so smelly. I should not have made dinner. I actually am very freaked out. Putting my oven away, stove away. This is just gonna be dirty in my car. I have this plate of food and I need to eat it, but I'm so scared. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to eat as much as I can, and I think I might move to a campsite like over there.
As the wind whipped through the trees, she cooked by flashlight, each snap of a branch outside sending shivers down her spine. The thought of her food drawing in wildlife only added to her unease.
Okay, I'm checking to see if there's even a place to like pull in. You're probably like, wow, that made such a difference in where you're camping before. Well, I don't know. I'm just spooked. I'm spooked. So, moving my campsite, even if it is like just 50 yards, 30 yards, whatever, makes me feel a bit better.
Even after relocating to a different spot, the anxious feeling wouldn't fade. Though the night passed without incident, the crushing solitude stayed with her long after she left those woods behind. A TikTok user posted unsettling footage from an old Oregon cabin her sister was renovating. From day one, the place felt wrong, with small, unexplained events adding to their unease. One afternoon, while waiting outside in her car, the sister heard an old landline ringing inside the empty house, a phone no one remembered seeing. She quickly pulled out her phone to film. That's when they noticed it.
So, there's nothing hanging there. Fucking, what the fuck is that? That's creepy. It's gotta be something. I don't know what. What the fuck? It just fucking, what the fuck?
A dark figure drifted across the balcony, moving not like a shadow, but like something alive. Viewers quickly labeled it a shadow figure, some claiming it looked like a woman in black. The uploader insisted she'd been alone, and given the cabin's isolation and limited access, it seemed unlikely anyone could have slipped inside unnoticed.
That porch, like that's where the door, okay, that's the door, right there. It's black, there's nothing in the door. There's nothing in the door right now, anyway. This is the outside of one part of it. Yeah, this place is just, it's insane. Okay, so here's the end. Okay, everything scares me. It's getting dark and I don't like being even right here. Yeah, this is the inside. I mean, just look. At like, there's like, the sink is like 1950s, the stove is 1950s something. Yeah, this place is just, so it was a husband and wife who lived here. The husband died, I believe, first. I'm getting out of here. When it's more daylight, I'll show you the inside better. Here is the stairwell, okay, that you see, there's the porch. And here is the doorway in question that, like the notorious doorway that had whatever. Look at these are like notes still that, from Emily, the daughter. And these are from the lady who died here. And then, oh, I hate it in here. I mean, it gets even creepier once you go downstairs. I'm not even going down. Well, I said I'd do a walkthrough.
Inside the cabin, dusty handwritten notes signed Emily lay scattered around. Locals whispered about a couple who had died there, but no one knew the full story. To this day, what exactly crossed that balcony remains a mystery. While hiking deep in Canada's wilderness, a couple's peaceful walk took a chilling turn. The husband suddenly lifted his camera, pointing toward the trees. There, half hidden among the branches, crouched a large, hairy figure. The footage became shaky as he tried to zoom in, and then, in a split second, the creature stood tall and bolted into the forest. Whether it was a person or something far stranger remains a mystery, captured only in those few grainy seconds.